Welcome back, Trash Pack. In the previous episode, Mariah totally sacrificed herself to get us some food. Probably not going to work out. Don't think she's coming back. We are starving to death in this cabin. Let's get into it. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? Probably not, my dude. I believe in Mariah. Me too. I don't. She's dead as shit, dude. She fucking dead.
Yo! Yo, holy shit, he dead!
So what do we do now? Just wait? Karin. How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Anatoly and Gregor look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Karin. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back? What are we supposed to eat? Mice? Karin. I'm sure Anatoly will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. Every waking thought is about food now. I never should have eaten that much. Karen's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anatoly just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. You're sure Mariah will make it back? I'm fucking not. She promised. What the fuck does that mean? People die regardless of what promises they make. Sorry. Everyone retreats to their areas. What do you want to do today? Karin seems upset. Let's go check on her. Hey, you don't have to lie to me. I know Mariah's not coming back. I don't know where she came up with her being the best swimmer. I guess the only one that would know would be Anatoly. Last summer, Anatoly would watch her swim from the shore. He could have been a lifeguard, such a good swimmer. She never went under, but if she did, he would have pulled her out easily. Why would she lie about something like that? Karin seems deep in thought. Maybe it's better to leave her alone. He closed the door softly. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'd be fine with just the strawberries. Ha 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 ha. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. You would too. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. What a productive day. You fall asleep quickly, but you only dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake in a cold sweat, in a completely different room. Interesting. Day 8. Good morning. Karen's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... Three are looking at you salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing furiously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? Is that Mariah's meat? Is that what we just ate? Did we kill Mariah? You explain how the meat is stored securely, hidden, so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Is it the dead mouse, actually? We did pick up a dead mouse, remember? Maybe it's the dead mouse? We had to get the meat from somewhere, and all these guys are still alive, so it's either from the dead mouse or from Mariah. Anatoly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Yeah, fucking nasty. Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns looking choked up. I was too weak. Left some of of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Uh, Anatoly takes a cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karin leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? Well, we tried cornering him in the bathroom before. Let's talk to Gregor. What's up with the secret panel in the bedroom? Hurry. Thanks for cooking the meat earlier. I was nearly passing out from the hunger pangs. Even if I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, I appreciate the vegetarian dishes you made earlier. You really respected Mariah's boundaries. Thank you. Gregor is more dense than you gave him credit for. Heh. If there's extras, slip me some extra meat. Okay? Gregor will remember that. There's not extra meat, bro. I'm not 100% sure where I got the original thing of meat. Probably not a fun place. Going to see how Anatoly is doing? Later. You have the bedroom all to yourself. Where do you want to check first? Underneath the floorboards. You notice a bone sticking out. Is that a human bone? Nope, chicken bone. Gross. The floorboards look a little loose. You could probably try to pull it and see under. You're far too weak to pull that floorboard. This floorboard should really be repaired. You wonder if you could repair it yourself. Onion? Don't be a crybaby, it's just me! Onion! Was just playing with some of the toys in this drawer. You're far too old to be playing with any of them. You're never too old for toys. Anyways, need to attend a secret chompette meeting. Smell you later. Onion bounces out of the bedroom. The drawer has various children's toys in it. What's this? What is that? June 26, 1862. Another body of a child has been discovered within the city of Zakopane, with the remains stuffed into a barrel full of potatoes. The cause of death was identical to earlier victims, with significant blood loss due to multiple stab wounds to the stomach. This marks the fourth victim by the butcher of Zakopane in less than a month. Okay. You take the bloody newspaper with you. Damn it, I wasn't done looking. Hours passed. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. Eating will just make them hungrier. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time and there will be no dinner. Fine. I understand. I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments. Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with the blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard.
I can forge anything,
He says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply, Forge me a new eye then. You laugh, but then the ropes come out. He ties you to your chair with a long rope to prevent you from struggling. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker rope. No turning back now. He takes a hot poker out of the coals. Holding in front of his face, you can see his beard and eyes watching you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. The force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. You vomit all over your chest, as the smell of your decimated eye floods your nostrils. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body. You wake in a cold sweat. Ooh, spooky! It's so spooky scary! Oh my god! You wake to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? The floodwaters have receded a little, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. Now it's gone. Good morning, big guy. Will Mariah make it back? This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m. I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something, right? Yes! Look at his face. Ah! He's got a spooky, scary face. I was wondering when this game was going to get weird. Look at that beautiful, beautiful fucking smile. Ah, he's a delight. I sometimes hear her crying through the radio, but that's just a broadcast. Right? Oh, look at that even more beautiful smile. Oh, it's a delight. Mwah. Beautiful. Beautiful. You're so fucking pretty. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. Bleh. You're just kind of ugly looking. Sorry, bro. One step closer to the edge, and I'm about to... One step closer to Mariah. It's what she would have wanted. What's gotten into you, Anatoly? Anatoly's eyes look at you begging. Bring us another slab! Okay, that one's just silly. Like, I think it's trying to be scary, but that's like just kind of goofy looking to me. Please! He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth! Please help me! Anatoly? Gregor looks pained at Anatoly's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right anyway. What's taking so long? Boil it faster! It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Delicious. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole, like a duck does when eating bread. Anatoly crepes ripples in the broth using the spoon. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Mariah. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karin. You didn't notice her even start to eat. There's just an empty bowl now. Alright, laddies, we're getting through this, I guess. Karin is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. Ugh. How could you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? The storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. Or forage for plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. Please, Anatoly. Yeah, we're gonna eat him next, I guess. You can swim back after a few hours. Gregor is right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. I think Mariah's fine by herself. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it, okay? No problem, little guy. Huh. Alright, we're gonna eat Anatoly. Delicious Anatoly. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed ravenous. Mariah? Something is approaching. Hey! Don't be a crybaby, it's just me! Onion! Not going to be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Please? Don't you trust me? You shake your head. Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It'll help you prevent colds and ward off viruses. That was a lie. The fun factoid of that myth, people actually believed it in the 1500s. How embarrassing. Who would believe that? Ha 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 ha! There even was a doctor in 1919 who caused a surge of people believing it. Ha ha ha! Anyways, you know what smells like a raw onion left in a room? You! It's been a while since your last bath, right? You can't remember. Could smell you before I even came into the room. Yikes! So, can you stop Anatoly from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. It'll be impossible to stop a grown man from leaving. Please? We don't need another one stalking the hallways. Okay. Tapping on the windows. Crying through the radio. You have the sudden urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around? Scared to death that I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle to Cabbage about you. She can be as mean as Potato if you get on her bad side. Just kidding. She's great. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're made of butter slices, so I'll get to skate around the frying pan tomorrow. Later. Okay. Well, let's trust the vegetables, I guess? Fuck it, why not? You finally managed to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Here we go, boys. Day 10. Yeah. You have a strange dream. A fox is collecting payment in your living room. You despise him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack, then add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs tear the fox in half. Filled with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food, all of those chickens. As the snow piles up outside, you begin to eat whatever you can find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. Just an insatiable hunger. A few days later you go mad and leave the cabin, completely ravenous. A nearby tree looks like charred meat. Your iron teeth cut through the tree bark, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood. Days later, a deer gallops by. A deer gallops by. The first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. Okay. No spooky image that time. Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in a corner. You wipe it up with a rag to save them the embarrassment. Good morning. Good morning, little guy. Well, Anatoly, what's your decision? I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor. She kept telling me to come outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. So that's what that smell was. Anatoly, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. The group disperses. Tension seems to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? Let's talk to Anatoly. Let's see if we can convince him not to leave. We haven't gone in this basement yet, by the way. Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. Your relationship is stronger. Yay! We did it! Now he can die as our 2 out of 5 friend. Gregor told me he's heard Mariah. I'm sure Karin isn't being honest with me. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out at me through the holes. I really don't want to drown outside, but at least I won't have her tormenting me anymore. You know what's in the basement, don't you? Wow, you aren't kidding anyone. You're just lying to yourself. Please get away from me. You oblige. It looks like Anatoly will remember that. You call everyone together for a meeting. Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly looks pale, like he's going to pass out. Anatoly, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Huh. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Here we go. Rest in peace, Anatoly. You will be missed. Karin. Yes? Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say something, Anatoly? You say nothing. Goodbye, Anatoly. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Anatoly has left the cabin. So tragic. And then I'm gonna have meat tomorrow. See you soon, little guy. Huh. I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Karin goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor's getting choked up. I didn't tell him. Missing him already? Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. Rest in peace, Anatoly. You will make a delicious meal. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. You hear a scraping from the floor. Found you! Ha ha ha! You explain how this isn't a good time right now. This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree, but as dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Ha ha ha! Another cornbread classic. You're being very unpopular right now. That's a tree reference, get it? Ha ha ha! Anyways, you need to protect Gregor from the red-haired woman. Cabbage called an emergency chomp-at meeting and told me to give you this mission. Watch out for that knife and protect Gregor at all costs. Understood? You nod. Ha ha ha! It's the least you can do, right? You tell Brad that pun didn't make sense. Ha ha ha! On a roll today, I'll see you around. Brad hops away, squeezing himself through the mouse hole with a small pop. You fall asleep thinking about what Brad told you. Well, this is going to be rough. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. Working the saw, you wrap the cuts in an old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you begin drying the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching, so you clench a fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat. Well, rest in peace, Anatoly. You will make a delicious meal. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. Get it? Wrap it up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.